It is time for Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel Sports brought to you in part by the Rich School District, Evanston Regional Hospital, Ready, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In, the Station on Main, Les Schwab Plains Tire, Stacy's Repair, Summit Pizza, Little Springs Water, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Ellingport Brothers, Hometown Drive-In, the Town of Woodruff, T7 Propane, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, McKay Frankham DDS, and the Crawford Trough. Let's go to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth and join the voice of the Rebels, Aaron Poling.
And welcome to the Les Schwab Plains Tire's broadcast booth. We are stationed in the balcony here at North Summit High School, where the Rich Rebels will take on the North Summit Braves in a battle between two teams that are ranked number 3 in their respective RPIs. Rebels number 3 in 1A, the Braves number 3 in 2A, as this will be a very entertaining matchup. It's always a good time when these two teams get together because tonight is a special night. It is a Cure for the Cause it's a breast cancer awareness night here at North Summit High School. As you'll see, some of the building is littered in pink, some of the fans wearing pink as well. Rebels are wearing a white and pink uniform as the Braves are wearing their black and pink uniforms. As I'm Aaron Poling, this is the Summit Pizza pregame show. As when we come back, we'll have your scene set for today's action. You are tuned in to the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at MyLocalRadio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as we are in the middle of a 2023 Rich Rebel varsity volleyball team online at MyLocalRadio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. It is time for your Little Springs Water scene set for today's action. To set the scene, I think the most important thing, obviously volleyball is a great sport, it's a lot of fun, but the cause for tonight's game is what is most important, as I'm sure everyone that is listening to this broadcast, or everyone around the world, there are a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, if you go 6 degrees of separation, everyone knows someone with with cancer. Actually, last year, fun fact, a little story from behind the scenes at MyLocalRadio.com, our producer that's producing this game right now, Colton Bagley, he is someone who's been seriously affected by cancer, and I was unaware of it last year when we did the North Summit game, and then he told me about it, and you just really never know who's been affected. It's a terrible disease. It's a disease that we all want to eradicate, and having events like this brings us all a step closer to eradicating what is an awful, awful disease. We got about a minute left. Well, a minute left in this period of pregame. We're not quite sure how long pregame's going to go because, there are things that will be done, I think, in between the games that are a lot of fun just to kind of mention them. And, as important as today's game is for the Rebels, I think the cause for the game, the breast cancer awareness, I think that's far more important. But, back to the game for the Rebels. Another opportunity to play a really, really good team. This is a very solid North Summit team. They've won 13 in a row, in fact, and are undefeated on their home court. So the Rebels have a chance to do something that no other team has done, and that's defeat this strong Braves team on their own floor. As the Rebels will look to do that, I mean, this is a great opportunity for a team to get better, and I think the Rebels are trying to do that today as they want to get this win, as this is a very solid team. If they can pull out a win today, they can play with just about anybody. As I'm Aaron Poling, this has been your Little Spring Scene Set on the Summit Pizza pregame show. We come back, we'll hear from this week's Standout Student of the Week. That is Ava Ellsworth, brought to you by T7 Propane on the Summit Pizza pregame show. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
When you need automotive service on your car, truck, semi, or tractor, call Clay and the team at J-Bar Auto in Randolph. J-Bar Auto also offers competitive pricing on tires for all vehicles. Call or stop by J-Bar Auto today.
I'm here with this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week, and that is senior Ava Ellsworth. Ava, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So we're about halfway through the volleyball season, if you can believe it. Time's flying. You guys have been pretty successful this year, obviously very successful last year. What is it about this group that makes it so much fun going to the gym every day?
We get along really well. We all work together, and we've been trying really hard to be closer as a team this year. Last year, we had a few bumps along the road, so this year we're really trying to get those smoothed out before state.
What is your guys' goals the rest of the year? Obviously, the main one being to win it all again, but what do you guys want to do to get better? What do you guys want to do to get better and build chemistry as a team?
We've really been working on being closer with the underclassmen. We think that's really important, especially since a lot of them have been playing varsity time this year, different than last year, but I think it's really good for the whole team. We've also been working on just like communicating, which is a big thing in volleyball, and we've struggled with that a little bit this year, so that's a big thing.
So kind of almost by default, it seems like that you're a little bit of the vocal leader on this team, just because it seems like you're one of the louder kids on the team. It's no secret, just knowing the personalities of the volleyball team. A lot of the girls are pretty quiet. What about this role do you think fits you, and how did it come about, you being that leader?
I've always kind of been loud and wild, but when I moved here, the school was really small, and first day of volleyball practice, no one really talked at all, especially like saying like I got the ball, like it's mine. So I kind of started off like that, and then it just kind of developed into being a loud person on the team, kind of helping run the court a little bit.
So yeah, talking about your past, your father is in the military. He's a Coast Guard. So what about that is a little bit different than from here, and kind of molded you as a person as well to bring you to where you are today?
Well, I've been to 3 different high schools, so that's been kind of crazy. I've played volleyball at all of them, except my sophomore year. I tore my ACL, but I was still a part of the volleyball team. I managed their team there, and it's just kind of helped me learn how to find a place as myself in new environments, if that makes sense. Just kind of like learn how to fit in and be yourself still. Back
to your role on the team. This year, it seems like you've played a bit of a Swiss Army knife role where you've done almost every single thing for this team, including wearing the libero jersey. What has come about that? And is that fun as a player? I mean, you get to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I've always wanted to be a libero, so I got to do that for about 2 games, which was fun. Definitely wasn't my spot. We figured that out fast, which I'm glad we figured that out. It's been really fun, though, to play all around and just to play some back row. So it's been good season so far.
A couple of personal questions. What are your goals for the rest of the school year, academically and athletics-wise?
Definitely win state for volleyball, and academically just keep working on my schoolwork and, trying your best, even though we're getting close to the end. Just keep pushing to the end.
One final question for you. What should the world know about Ava Ellsworth?
If I want something, I'm going to get it.
We want to thank Ava Ellsworth for being a part of the T7 Propane Standout of the Student of the Week interview on the Summit Pizza pregame show. We come back, we'll hear from Rich Rebels varsity volleyball coach Danelle Wasden as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
The team at T7 Propane in Woodruff is always cheering for the Rich Rebels, in sports, in the classroom, and in life. For quality professional propane service, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208. When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
I'm here with head coach of the Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team. That's Coach Danelle Wasden. Coach, how you doing today?
Great, thank you.
So last week you guys were able to go on a little mini 2-game road trip where you guys took on Tintic and Wendover. What about those trips can help bring you together as a team?
It was fun to see each other outside of the court. We obviously had some long bus rides. We ate together, and some of us ate separately, but we just spent some more time just not on the court, and it was fun to see different personalities and honestly what incredible girls we have on our team.
Well, let's start with Tintic first. You guys were able to take care of business pretty handedly there. It's something that I think as a team, that when you go on the road, it's tougher to play there, but you guys probably played better on the road against them than you did at home. What do you think attributes to that?
Yeah, I think our practices this last week attributed a lot. We've been working on serving tougher, and they did that at Tintic, so I think that was way helpful.
So on Saturday, you guys played Wendover. If you check the RPI right now, you guys are number 3, Wendover's number 4, so a good game between two very good teams, and you guys were able to come away with the sweep. What was the key to that win?
I think it was just they were doing a lot of things right, and obviously we'd like to improve some of the things that we didn't do right, but they did a lot of things right.
So we're getting towards the latter part of the season, and if you can believe it already, I was looking at the calendar. We're not that far away from the state tournament. What do you guys want to do to get better as the season progresses? You guys got a couple of real tough opponents coming up this week, and still at the end of the year, you guys got another tough opponent in Lyman looming. So what do you guys want to do to get better before that time?
Yeah, something we want to do better is mainly our mental game, improve our confidence so that when there are good teams and tight games, that we're ready to bring our A game and not back down to the pressure of this is a tough game, and just go out knowing that we're a good volleyball team.
So you guys have North Summit coming up on Thursday, and they're a very solid volleyball team in their own right. This is going to be the breast cancer awareness game this year. What does it mean to be a part of something like that? Last year was my first year as a part of it, and man, it's something special for sure.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome that we can come together as a team and raise some money to donate to cancer and people that are needing something. It always feels good to give. So we're excited about that. And North Summit is an incredible team that is going to help us get better. So we're excited for that.
So you guys are also going to play Coalville in Coalville's homecoming game. What about that atmosphere are you expecting? Because it's going to be the homecoming game for a rival. So a rival atmosphere plus a homecoming atmosphere all on top of each other.
Yeah, and Coalville is scrappy. They don't let any balls drop, and they're going to go hard. So I expect it to be a great game, and two teams going as hard as they can go.
You guys are going to be successful this weekend if you do what?
If we play aggressively.
We want to thank Coach Nell Wazen for being a part of the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital pregame coaches show on the Summit Pizza pregame show. When we come back, we'll have some keys to your night's matchup as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast. It's time for your Ellingford Brothers keys to tonight's matchup on the Summit Pizza pregame show. For the Rebels, the keys to today's matchup: play loose, play fast, play hard, and forget about the result. Just play as hard as you can, because it's going to be a loud atmosphere here. It's going to be a very quick game. It's going to be very fast. It's going to be a lot of fun. So just go out there and play your best. Play as hard as you can. Little P90X. Do your best and forget the rest. When we come back, we'll meet your 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
You hear that? That's the sound your new water makes just before it gets to your bottle. You see, at Little Spring Water, they don't add a thing. It's the purest, cleanest, and healthiest water you could possibly drink. It's nature in a bottle. Little Spring Water is a family-owned and operated bottled water company right here in Utah. Nestled in a beautiful canyon in Bear Lake, this spring has been in the family for 5 generations, and now it can be in yours as well. It's high-quality premium drinking water packaged in a durable, recyclable bottle that won't spill or crack on you and can be refilled multiple times. No chemicals, no additives, just pure, clean, healthy water. And because Little Spring Water is local, you can get it at a fraction of the cost. Look for Little Spring Water at a grocery store near you. If you don't see it, ask your grocer for it by name. Little Spring Water. It's nature in a bottle.
Hi, I'm Casey Wilson. I am going to be a senior this year, and I will be playing varsity setter.
Hi, my name is Maya Jolly. I'm going to be varsity opposite, which is right side, and I'll be a senior.
I'm Janie Valentine. I'm going to be a senior, and I will be a middle blocker on varsity.
My name is Hannah Scott. I'm going to be a senior, and I am playing varsity outside hitter.
Good, it's your girl Violet Taylor, a.k.a. V-Swizzle, and this year I'll be playing varsity outside.
Hey, I'm Haiti Pugmire. I'm going to be a senior, and I'm playing middle blocker on varsity.
Hey, I'm Brinley Hatch. I'm going to be a junior this year, and I play middle blocker.
Hi, I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm going to be a junior this year, and I play outside hitter.
Hi, my name is Leah Peterson, and I'm going to be a sophomore, and I'm playing outside hitter.
Bella Wheeler. I'm a sophomore. I'm probably going to play opposite.
Paige Smith, sophomore, outside hitter.
My name is Tyler Pugmire. I'll be a sophomore, and I'm playing middle.
I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a setter.
I'm Avery Weston. I'm a sophomore, and I play opposite.
I'm Braylon Pugmire. I'm a freshman. I'll be playing outside hitter.
I'm Lacey McKinnon, and I'm a freshman, and I'm going to be middle hitter.
I'm Molly Weston, and I'm a freshman, and I'll be playing outside hitter.
I'm Jalen Lutz. I'm going to be a freshman, and I'm a setter.
My name is Lida Taylor. I'm going to be a freshman, and I want to play middle hitter.
My name is Kelsey Heiner. I'm going to be a freshman, and I'm going to be back left.
I'm Chaisley Levitt, and I'm going to be a freshman, and I think I'm going to play JV, in middle hitter.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team, online at mylocalradio.com. As we'll go over the starting lineup for the Rich Rebels, number 7, senior Ava Ellsworth, number 11, junior Cassie Argyle, number 15, sophomore Paige Smith, number 21, Janie Walentine, number 25, senior Violet Taylor, number 40, Haiti Pugmire, number 41, senior Hannah Scott. For the Braves of North Summit, number 1, Sydney Kinnear, she's a junior. Number 3, senior Megan McWhirter. Junior, number 7, Heartland Richens. Freshman, number 9, Ellie Stevens. Junior, number 10, Hazelyn Murdoch. Senior number 22, Presley Peterson, rounds out the starting lineup for the Braves. As number 16, Jaden Kinnear, she will serve as a libero for this North Summit squad, as we are nearly set to go on what is set to be a wonderful night of not only volleyball, but just, man, everything around today's game, the fight, or the cause for the cure, just playing for cancer awareness, and you just love to see at such a young age, just these players being able to come together and do something for the community, do something for someone who's possibly going through hardship. As I just really love to see stuff like this, man. I love these pink out nights. As we are here at North Summit High School, I'm Aaron Poling. Thank you for joining us from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as we are just about set to get underway here at North Summit. Rebels will be on the near side. They are wearing white and pink uniforms. Braves on the far side, black with pink numerals, as these are the breast cancer awareness jerseys each of these teams are wearing. Get some final checks from the judges, as Paige Smith standing at the spot waiting, as she will check in as the libero. Official on the floor going over some final checks on the North Summit side. Looks like the Braves will serve first. Rebels will be on the near side. The start of what's going to be a 3 games in 3 days for the Rich Rebels. their volleyball team. They'll play here tonight. This is a homecoming pink out for the North Summit Braves. Tomorrow they will play the Coalville Panthers, as that will be a homecoming match for them as well. As Smith checks in for Wallenstein. Ball on the far side. It's like Sydney Kinnear. She serves, ball over. Received by Haiti Pugmire. We are underway. Rebels set up. They go Taylor, left wing. Her attack deflected high off the top of the net, out of bounds. Credit Violet Taylor, her first kill of the match, as she averages 3.9 kills per set. As she gets kill number 1, Pugmire will serve for the Rebels. Serve over across the out-of-bounds line on the right wing side, as that's going to be a point for the Braves. 1-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Pugmire checks out. Argyle checks in. Serve coming from the Brave side. Received by Argyle. Wilson sets up Taylor left wing. As she pushes that over, Braves will dig it out. On the attack, they set up near side. That's number 7. That's Richens, her first kill of the match. She averages about 2.9 kills, has 162 on the year. That's going to be someone to look out for this Brave side. Serve over. Received by Argyle. Rebels set up Taylor left wing with the right hand. That's down to the floor, as Violet Taylor picks up her second kill. As we are tied at 2s on the Station on Main scoreboard with with Wilson back to serve. Serve over. Received by Richens. They go middle of the floor to Murdoch. She tips it. Diving effort from Wilson to keep it alive. Unfortunately, as she was keeping it alive, I think that caught Violet Taylor up high, unable to defend herself there. Goes out of bounds, 3-2. Braves over the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard here in set number 1. But we'll try to keep you up to date with who's serving for the Braves. It's hard to tell as Smith receives, as the numbers aren't on the front of the jerseys. An attack from Taylor on the opposite side goes out of bounds, 4-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. You can kind of hear some of the crowd noise, as it's going to be loud in here. The stadium is full. Serve over. Received by Smith. Rebels set up Wallenstein on the left wing side. She attacks, dug out in the back row by the libero. Kinnear, ball over, dug out by Smith. Rebels go to Smith as she bumps it over. Braves on the attack, middle of the floor to Murdoch, and she's going to find the hardwood as she make that Presley Peterson, as she finds the hardwood on the right wing side. 5-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Back to the jerseys for the Braves. The numbers that they have look like they're written on in silver marker on the shoulder, so you can't really see them from up here. As that serve goes into the net, will be a Rebel serve, as that was Murdoch who served. 5-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Argyle checks out. Wallenstein checks in. Scott also into the game for the Rebels. Serve over from Taylor. Dug out by the Braves. They go near side. It's pushed over. Wilson with the dig. Rebels set up Scott left wing. She attacks. That's going to be out of bounds off of the antenna. Point will go to the Braves. Back to serve is number 16, Jaden Kinnear. Her serve received by Smith. Rebels go middle of the floor to Wallenstein. She tries that near side diving effort. Great kill there from Wallenstein, and she used a little bit of craftiness right there to push the ball to that left wing sideline. Finds the hardwood after a diving attempt. Rebels pick up the point as Smith will serve. 6-4, ball over. That's going to be too far over as it goes out of bounds across that back line. .74 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Braves will serve. Ball over, too far over that back line, as dueling service errors will give the ball right back to the Rebels. They trail by 2 with Ellsworth to serve. Ellsworth, Smith, Taylor across the back row. Wilson, Pugmire, Scott across the front row for the Rebels. That serve dug out by Kinnear in the back row, and that's going to fall. As credit Ava Ellsworth with the unconventional ace there, as no other player got to the ball. Ava back to the line to serve. That ace is her 10th of the year. Serve over. Dug out by Murdoch. Actually make that another ace for Ava Ellsworth, and we are tied at 7 with number 7 going back to the line. That's her 11th ace of the year. As the whistle blows, Ellsworth back, lets it go. That one goes into the net. 8-7 Braves on the station on main scoreboard. Presley Peterson will serve. She attacks from the left wing side with that right hand jump serve received by Taylor. Rebels set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks with the right hand. That's too far out of bounds across that back line. 9-7 on the station on main scoreboard. Peterson will serve again. Peterson approaches, jump serve received by Smith. Rebels set up the attack. Scott left wing with the right hand. That one's in as that finds the hard one on the back right corner. See if we can catch that on the Stacy's Repair instant replay. As you can see, just the end of that play. I wasn't quick enough to pull the trigger, but that's a great attack there by Hannah Scott. She'll go back to the line to serve. Jump serve with the right hand. Finds that back line. Third ace of the contest for the Rebels. Scott's first ace of the match. As that is. 1 second as we find the stat. That is Hannah's 23rd ace of the season. Ball in the air, looking for 24. Too far across that back line, out of bounds. 10-9 on the station on main scoreboard. Argyle's going to check in for Scott. Looks like Sydney Kinnear back at the line to serve. Lets it go with that right hand, received by Smith. Rebels set up the attack. Taylor on the left wing. As she approaches, dug out on the near side by Stevens. They go middle of the floor for Murdoch as Ellsworth's able to dig that out. Rebels attack with Taylor. Punches over with that left hand. That's going to fall after a couple of hits. No kill for Violet Taylor, but ties the score at 10 here in the first set. Smith out. Wallenstein in for the Rebels as Pugmire will serve. Left-handed jump serve over the net. Dug out by the Braves. They set up the attack middle of the floor. As they're going to call 4 hits on that as that was into the net on the Murdoch attack. Rebels go on top, 11-10. Pugmire back to the line to serve. Attacks, ball over, received in the back row by Peterson. They come near side to Murdoch. Kept alive for the moment by Pugmire. Argyle plays it back to the middle where Wilson bumps it over. Great job by the Rebels to live to fight another play. Attack for the Braves. Murdoch, she finds the hardwood in the back left corner. 11-11 on the station on main scoreboard as these Braves, they are a very, very varied attack as they like to go to a couple different players. They have 3 players averaging over 2.5 kills per set. Serve over, received by Argyle. Goes awry. Ellsworth's able to get it back to the middle of the floor. Miscommunication there by the Rebels as that ball's going to fall in. 12-11 for the Braves on the station on main scoreboard. Braves serve again. That's going to be an ace as Smith couldn't get there. That's the freshman Stevens. That's her 10th ace of the year. 13-11 Braves on the station on main scoreboard. Stevens, the freshman, will serve again. Serve over, received by Argyle. Rebels set up Taylor on the left wing. That's deflected high in the air off of Ellsworth, trying to keep it alive. As that's a good job defensively at the front of the net by Murdoch. As she's able to stuff the attack. Stevens serves again. Received by Argyle. Rebels go to Taylor. 10-foot line attack from the left wing. Deflected high in the air by Peterson. Kept alive by the Braves as they slap it over. Ellsworth with a dig. Rebels set up Taylor. Left wing attack with the right hand. It's a good read in the back row by the Braves. Kept alive. We're going to get into the net called against the Braves. Cuts it to 14-12 on the station on main scoreboard with Wilson to serve. Serve over. Off the hands of Jaden Kinnear. Kept alive by the Braves as they attack from the 10-foot line. Dug out by Argyle. Kind of goes awry as a couple of Rebels run into each other. 15-12. Braves on the station on main scoreboard as I think Ava Ellsworth was trying to get out of Casey Wilson's way. Fortunately, the ball kind of kept trailing. Ellsworth falls in. Braves serve. Received by Smith as Taylor goes crashing into the wall to keep it alive. What a play defensively by the Rebels. Here come the Braves on the attack. And there's not really much the Rebels could do there as they were a little out of sorts after a heck of an effort from Violet Taylor. She crashed into the wall on the near side. Kept the ball alive. Braves are able to take advantage, though. 16-12 on the station on main scoreboard. Serve. received by Argyle. Rebels set up. Wallenstein on the left wing. She attacks. It's deflected in the air, kept alive by Kinnear in the back row, punched over by the Braves. Rebels have the ball. They attack. Taylor. She attacks. That's kept alive. Diving effort in the back row by the Braves as that attack goes too far, out of bounds across that back line. 16-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard with Taylor going to the line to serve. Argyle checks out. Scott checks in. As Taylor will serve. That touches the tape. Is over, though. Braves receive. They set up the attack to Peterson. Wilson keeps it alive. Diving effort from Taylor. Kept it in the air. Wilson with another diving effort was unable to get the ball to the net. Rebels push it over for the fourth hit. Point goes to the Braves as Jaden Kinnear will serve. Serving as a libero with the right hand. Ball over. Received by Scott. They go right back to Hannah on the left wing. She attacks. Jaden Kinnear keeps it alive. Played to the middle where Richens bumps it over. Rebels on the attack. As they go, Ellsworth opposite side. Just doesn't get on top of that one as that ball goes out of bounds across the back line. 18-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard with Kinnear to the line to serve. Serve over. Received by Smith. Goes a rise. That's going to be another ace for the Braves. As I believe that's Kinnear. As we're going to get a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. 19-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Kinnear serves, dug out by Scott. Rebels set up the attack to Scott on the left wing as she attacks. That is off the arms of Stevens down to the floor as Scott picks up the kill. Her first of the contest. 19-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard as the Rebels will serve with Smith. Jump serve over, dug out by Jaden Kinnear. Played to the middle of the floor by the Braves where they just punch it over. Taylor digs it out. Rebels on the attack. Scott from the left wing. Down the sideline. She's able to find the near sideline. What an attack that was as we check that out, hopefully on the Stacy's Repair instant replay. Scott with her third kill of the contest. As you can see right there, precision. 19-15 as we go back to our live cam. Smith will serve. Jump serve over. Dug out by Jaden Kinnear. Braves set up the attack on the left wing side. That's blocked down. Give Haiti Pugmire credit for the block there. 19-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Smith will serve again. Ball over. Kinnear with a diving effort to keep it alive. Another dive from the Braves keeps it in the air as Kinnear plays it over. Rebels on the attack. They set up Scott left wing. That's deflected out of bounds as the Rebels. 19-17 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Scott has 4 kills here in the contest. As Smith will serve again. Jump serve from the right wing. That's going to go too far out of bounds across that left side. Smith very meticulous in trying to place that ball in that back left corner. 20-17 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Braves will serve. It's over. Received by Taylor. Rebels set up the attack. Scott on the left wing. Lets it go with that right hand. That's blocked down to the floor. Or guessing by the way that Peterson reacted, I'm not sure she got a hand on that ball. I think it just hit the net and went down. Either way, goes to the Braves. The point does serve as well. As that serve touches the top of the net, received by Smith. Rebels set up Taylor from the middle of the 10-foot line. Back row attack goes into the net. But I do like that option that the Rebels have started using a little bit more, as you can try to get Violet Taylor to attack from all over the court. She can score from anywhere. As that serve received by Taylor. Played to the middle of the floor for Pugmire, who touches it over, and that's going to fall in as Haiti Pugmire picks up her first kill of the contest. 22-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Ellsworth to serve. Back to Taylor. If you can get her to attack from anywhere, it's always a positive for the Rebels. That serve finds Jaden Kinnear in the back row. They come to Stevens. She finds Ellsworth on the Rebels side. Rebels will attack with Scott on the left wing. That's deflected. Diving effort to keep it alive by the Braves. Punched high in the air by Wilson. Set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks. That's too far out of bounds across that back line. 23-18 on the station on main scoreboard as Peterson will serve. But not before we get a timeout called by the Rebels sideline. As you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our Rich Rebels. Woodruff, Utah, a great place to live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. In the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. 23-18 on the station on main scoreboard as the Braves will serve. It's going to be Peterson. Has 14 aces on the season already. She attacks, slaps it over, and that's going to be number 15 as Smith with a diving effort can't keep it alive. 24-18 on the station on main scoreboard. Seems to never fail that when you mention a stat, that stat goes up. As Peterson serve, it's going to go up by 2 from the start of the game as that one falls in. 25-18 is going to be the final score here in set number 1. I'm Aaron Poling. Thank you for joining us here from North Summit High School as it's been a wonderful evening of festivities with the breast cancer awareness. We come back, we'll have set number 2 as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com as we get ready for set number 2. Let's go over some of the Rebel stats from set number 1. Leading the way on the attack, Hannah Scott with 4 kills. Violet Taylor has a pair. Haiti Pugmire and Janie Wallenstein each with a kill each. Ellsworth picked up a pair of aces. Hannah Scott with an ace as well. Rebels 3 aces in that first set. We'll send Scott to the line to serve as she'll lead off the second set. North Summit on top, 1-0 after winning set number 1, 25-18 as we reset the station on main scoreboard. Rebels looking to bounce back here. 6 on the floor for the Rebels across the back row. Scott, Smith, Ellsworth. Across the front row, Taylor, Wilson, Pugmire. For the Braves in the back row, it is Jaden Kinnear, Peterson, or Richens. It's hard to can't see across the front row. Scott serves. We are underway here in set number 2 as the Braves, they go to the near side for the freshman Stevens. She taps it over, completes the kill. As it'll be Braves serve. 1-0 Braves on the station on main scoreboard. Quick note about that freshman Stevens, 2.9 kills per, 10 aces on the season. Serve over from Sydney Kinnear. Rebels set up. Taylor left wing. She attacks. It's deflected high off the front line. Out of bounds. Rebels with the kill. Taylor with her third. 1-1 on the station on main scoreboard as Pugmire will serve. Smith checks out. Wallenstein checks in. Pugmire with the left-handed jump serve. It's over. Dug out by Peterson in the back row. They set up. Nice dig there by Pugmire. Rebels on the attack with Taylor. She pushes at it. Dug out in the back row by the Braves as they attack. That's off the back row, and Argyle out of bounds. Good hustle there from Wilson as she dives after it, but it goes into the bleachers. 2-1. As I believe that was Richens that finished that one off. As indeed it was. Serve over, received by Argyle. Rebels set up. Taylor on the left wing. She attacks. That's off the back row, kept alive as they go near side. Deflected high in the air. Taylor underneath it, as that was a Richens attack from the left wing. Rebels go to Taylor on the left wing. That's deflected off of the defender, out of bounds as Violet Taylor picks up her 4th kill. And we are tied at 2s here in set number 2, making deuces wild with Casey Wilson to serve. Gets the go-ahead. Ball over with the right hand. Dug out by Jaden Kinnear. Middle of the floor for Murdoch. She tries to push that over. Goes into the net. 3-2 Rebels on the station on main scoreboard as Wilson will serve. Wilson's serve goes over the net. Dug out by Richens on the near side. Tried to go back to her. Instead it's Murdoch. She's going to get the kill as Murdoch just kind of nonchalantly punched that one over, trying to get the 3rd hit across. Did it with accuracy as that falls in between all 6 Rebels defenders. 3-3 on the station on main scoreboard. Braves to serve. Serve goes into the net as that was Murdoch with the attempt. Rebels go back on top. Scott in, Argyle out. Before that last play, Smith in, Pugmire out as Taylor will serve. Ball over, dug out by Jaden Kinnear. Tipped over. Rebels look to set up as they go to Smith. Just bumps it over from the 10-foot line. Jaden Kinnear with the dig. Braves set up. Richens on the left wing. Deflected off the front line into the Rebels bench. That will fall in 4-4 on the station on main scoreboard as Richens with another kill. Kate Smith, the freshman into the game for the Braves. That served by Jaden Kinnear, received by Taylor as Ellsworth will attack from the right wing side. That goes out of bounds. 5-4 on the station on main scoreboard. Braves on top with Kinnear back to the line to serve. Right-handed serve, received by Scott, goes over the net as that's an attack from Peterson as that was served up on a platter for Presley Peterson. She finishes it off. 6-4 on the station on main scoreboard as Kinnear will serve again. Serve over, received by Smith. Wilson plays it back to the middle where Wallenstein attacks. Nice dig in the back row by the Braves. They set up near side. That's blocked by the front line. Kept alive by the Braves as they go with a tip this time as Wallenstein punches it back over. Braves look to set up. Another attack from the left wing side. Smith digs this one out as that's played back by Smith in the middle of the floor. Rebels with the dig. Wallenstein pushes it over. Good effort to keep it alive in the back row by the Braves. Peterson will attack middle of the floor. Smith dives, keeps it alive, and unfortunately trying to get out of the way. Smith couldn't quite get to that ball. 7-4 on the station on main scoreboard after a pretty hard-fought rally right there. A couple of really good plays. We talked about the freshman Smith on the Brave side keeping that play alive. Serve received by the Rebels as Scott attacks across the back line out of bounds. 8-4 on the station on main scoreboard as Scott tried from the left wing. Back to the line to serve for Kinnear. Jaden type. Ball over, received by Smith. Rebels set up. Ellsworth on the opposite side. That goes into the net. It's 9-4 Braves on the station on main scoreboard as I flipped that real quick. Apologies. Kinnear back to the line to serve. Serve over, received by Smith. Taylor from the back row keeps it back to the middle of the floor where Wilson safely bumps it over. Braves on the attack. As they go near side, that's going to be out of bounds as they set up Richens. You can tell when Richens attacks as she labels that ball, that time just too far out of bounds across that back line. Smith to serve. Ball over, received by the Braves. They set up on the left wing side. Taylor with the dig. Rebels will set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks that, finds the hardwood in between the defenders as we'll check that out on the Stacy's Repair instant replay. As you can see, that Scott kind of lured the defenders to one side. That's her 5th kill of the contest. Smith will serve, 9-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Ball over as that's in on the back line. Paige Smith picks up the ace. As that's her 15th of the year, excuse me. Smith back to the line to serve. Serve over, dug out in the back row by Murdoch. They go to Peterson, middle of the floor. She attacks, and that's down on the back left corner. As Presley Peterson puts the Braves up by 3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Richens to the line to serve. Received by Smith. Rebels go to Scott on the left wing. She attacks, that's down to the hardwood as Scott picks up her 6th kill of the contest. 10-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Ellsworth will serve. Ellsworth with a couple of aces to her name already. Lets it go with the right hand. That's deflected high in the air by Richens. They set up on the left wing for Stevens. That's off of Ellsworth to the floor as Stevens actually make that Murdoch on that attack. 11-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Braves will serve with Peterson. Serve over, received by Smith. Rebels set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks with that right hand, and she buries it to the hardwood as we'll check that out on the Stacy's Repair instant replay. Hannah Scott having herself quite the match already. 7 kills to go along with her ace from the service line. As she'll serve. Ball over. Kinnear with the dig, goes backwards. Kinnear will just have to bump it over safely. Rebels set up the attack. Taylor with the dig. They set up Pugmire, middle of the floor, kept alive by Richens. That goes right to Taylor, and she buries that one. That was set up on a golden platter for Violet Taylor. She made no mistake with that one. Her 5th kill of the contest. And Scott will serve. Serve over. Too far over as that's across the back line and out of bounds. As the Rebels do want to clean one thing up the rest of the night, service errors. They've had a couple of, not only just serving, but hitting. They've had a couple of times where they've attacked the ball. It's gone out of bounds across that back line, just not quite getting on top of the ball enough. Sydney Kinnear served, dug out by Smith. Rebels set up Pugmire on the opposite side. She attacks with the left hand, kept alive for the moment, into the crowd. That's going to go down as a point for the Rebels. Once again, the Rebels attack kind of varying up who goes after the ball, moving players around. That time, Haiti Pugmire, typically a middle blocker, attacked from the opposite side. 12-11 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Pugmire serves. That ball is out of bounds across the sideline. Once again, another service error for the Rebels. If you're going to want to beat a team like North Summit, you're going to have to clean that up, as they are a very tough team on their own. When you give them points, it makes them even tougher. Serve over, received by Argyle. Rebels set up the attack. Taylor on the left wing. She unloads on that ball. Deflected at the net, but falls in as Violet Taylor gets kill number 6 in the contest. 13-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Wilson will go to the line to serve. 3 across the back for the Rebels. Wilson, Smith, Argyle. Across the front is Walentine, Taylor, Ellsworth. As that serve nearly falls to the floor, pushed over by the Braves. Rebels set up. They go Taylor on the opposite side. She tips it. That's going to be kept alive for the moment. What a play by the Braves. As a battle at the net won by Murdoch. As that ball was probably about a half inch from hitting the floor on that far side. That looks like that's number 3, Megan McWhirter. Got her arm underneath it to keep it alive. Braves pick up the point, 14-12 on what could have easily been a tie game. It's a great play defensively, and now Murdoch with the ace, 15-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. It's kind of how volleyball goes sometimes. You think you have the game tied. Unfortunately, the ball stays in the air, and then a point comes back to you. Now you're down by 3. Ball over, received by Smith. Rebels set up the attack. It's Walentine on the left wing side. She tips it over, punched back over by Peterson on the second hop. They set up Taylor on the left wing. She attacks, kept alive by Wilson. As Ellsworth tries a dump set, read well by the Braves. They go back to Richens on the left wing. That's blocked by Walentine, kept alive. The Braves can't keep it in play as they try to navigate the stand judge right there. Rebels pick up the point, 15-13 as Argyle checks out. Scott checks in. Taylor to the line to serve. Serve over from Taylor. Dug out by Jaden Kinnear. As they set up on the opposite side, attack that's blocked down by Scott. Wallenstein gets an attack at it. That hit the tape, falls in as Jamie Wallenstein gets her second kill of the contest. 15-14 on the station on main scoreboard with Taylor. Back to the line to serve. Serve over, dug out by Jaden Kinnear. As they go near side, Richens, that's blocked by the front line. I think Wallenstein got her hands to that one. This time it's Peterson. She finds the hardwood as she attacks from the middle of the floor, finds the left wing side. As point goes to the Braves, 16-14 on the station on main scoreboard. As Jaden Kinnear will serve. Serve over, received by Scott. They go right back to her on the left wing as she attacks. That's out of bounds across the back line. 17-14 on the hitting error. This is kind of where the Braves made their run earlier in this spot in the rotation with Jaden Kinnear at the line. Rebels receive the serve. Scott attacks down that back line. That's too far. Out of bounds across that back line. Has just missed that back corner. As we're going to get a timeout called by the Rebels sideline as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people... The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We apologize about that, little technical difficulties. Serve received by Smith. Rebels will set up Taylor at the 10-foot line. It's dug out by Kinnear in the back row. Richens will push it over as that stays alive. Good job by Wilson to keep it alive. Diving effort as they call, I think, a lift against the Braves. Nope, they're going to call a lift against Wilson on her diving effort. 19-14 on the station on main scoreboard. Boisterous crowd from the Rebels sideline as the Rebels go to Wallenstein. She attacks. Punched in the air by Murdoch. Kept alive as Richens there. Going to call a lift against the Braves this time as it's 19-15 on the station on main scoreboard. Smith to the line to serve as Pugmire checks in for Wallenstein. Smith attacks. Dug out by Jaden Kinnear in that back left corner. Played over by the Braves. Smith with the dig. Rebels set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks. That's deflected high in the air. Back to the Rebels side as they go right back to Scott. Tips it over the front line. Diving effort from Murdoch keeps it alive. As Peterson will attack, that's deflected off that front line out of bounds. As Peterson has shown the ability and the want to, from looking at it from her way, to go to that left wing side, which is naturally where you'd attack for a right-hander. 20-15 on the station on main scoreboard as Taylor receives the serve. Scott attacks. That's deflected high in the air down to the floor as Hannah Scott picks up her 8th kill of the contest. 20-16 on the station on main scoreboard as Ellsworth will serve. Serve over, dug out by Kinnear. Actually, it's going to fall in off the Kinnear bump. Give Ava Ellsworth her 3rd ace of the contest. 20-17 on the station on main scoreboard as the T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week steps back to the line to serve. As that one goes into the net. 21-17 on the station on main scoreboard. Presley Peterson to the line to serve. Serve over, received by Smith. Rebels set up. Scott left wing as she deflects that. Nice read there by Peterson to keep it alive. As that Stevens blocked the net, kept on the Brave side. As they'll set up Murdoch middle of the floor. That goes too far out of bounds across that back line. As it's 21-18 on the station on main scoreboard as Scott will serve. She approaches, ball over, as that's going to be kept alive by the Braves. Good effort there from Richens. Rebels set up the attack. Taylor with the left hand blocked. Kept alive as Pugmire pushes it over too far out of bounds across that far sideline. 22-18 on the station on main scoreboard as Scott will check out and Argyle will check in. It's the right idea from Haiti. Just got to try to attack that ball a little less. Use a little more finesse to find that sideline. Received by Smith. They go right back to Pugmire. She attacks from the opposite side. Dug out in the back row by Kinnear. As an attack from Murdoch goes under the net. 22-19 as I think she mistimed the jump a bit. Pugmire to serve. Serve over. As that's going to be kept alive by the Braves, but falls in without a return. 22-20 on the station on main scoreboard as Pugmire back to the line to serve. Wallenstein checked in for Scott before that last serve. Pugmire attacks. Dug out in the back row by Peterson. As they go near side to Murdoch, kept alive by the Braves. That's finished off by number 3. That's McWhirter on the opposite side. 23-20 on the station on main scoreboard as Smith checks in for Pugmire. Serve hits the net. Good job by Taylor to keep it alive. They go right back to her. She attacks from the left wing. Finds Peterson back left corner. They go middle of the floor to Murdoch. She tips that ball to the right sideline where the defenders had evacuated. 24-20 on the station on main scoreboard as we're going to get a timeout called by the Rebels sideline. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. 24-20 Braves on top. Rebels need to rally here if they want to avoid going down 0-2 to the Braves. 6 on the floor for the Rebels across the back row. Smith, Argyle, Ellsworth. Across the front row, it is Wallenstein, Taylor, Wilson. Serve, it goes into the net as that was Stevens with the serve. 24-21. Rebels trail with Wilson to serve. Serve over, dug out by Jaden Kinnear. They set up on the near side. That's blocked down to the floor. As I think Ava Ellsworth got to that one, stuffing the stat sheet tonight. Has 3 aces and a block. Doing all the little things for this Rebels team. 24-22. Wilson to serve. Ball over. Dug out by Jaden Kinnear. Braves set up middle of the floor to Murdoch. That's blocked again by the front row of the Rebels. Pushed out of bounds as Casey Wilson does a good job to watch that ball fall on the out of bounds side of the right wing line. Rebels cut it to 1. Wilson back to the line to serve. Serve over. That's off the hands of the back row Peterson. That's into the net. Actually, they said it was blocked. Kept alive for the moment. Doesn't matter as that goes into the bleachers. Rebels have tied this one up at 24 after the timeout. As Wilson will serve, but not before we get a timeout called by the Braves. As you can see, a little bit more jump out of that Rich Rebels bench here as we're going to keep it right here in North Summit. Quick little race to 2, 24-24. On the station on main scoreboard here in set number 2. Big pivotal moment in this match. Rebels trying to avoid going down 0-2 to this Braves squad. Of course, this Braves team, they've won 13 in a row, and they are yet to lose on their home floor. They're 5-0 here in North Summit. As the Braves quickly back from their timeout. Rebels obliging them as well as we got 25 seconds left in the timeout. Both teams ready to go. As Wilson will serve again. Awaiting the ball as the horn goes. Wilson gets the ball. Lets it go with that right hand. That is off the hands of Peterson in the back row. Kept alive as Richens attacks. Smith with the dig. Rebels set up the attack. Left wing. Taylor, she attacks. That's deflected in the air. Jaden Kinnear with the dig. As they set up to Richens, she tips it. Wilson can't quite get there, as the Braves have done a good job attacking the left wing side of the Rebels defense. As Murdoch will serve. Serve over. Received by Smith. Rebels on the attack. Wallenstein on the left wing. She attacks, deflected, kept alive as it's attacked to the Braves. Point goes down as the Rebels wanted a double hit there. Instead, the Braves are going to win this one 26-24 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KEDQ. When we come back, we'll have set number 3 for you.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. It looks like we're going to get some in-between set festivities here at North Summit. And as they do, let's go over some stats for the Rebels. As leading the way on the attack is Hannah Scott with 8 kills. Violet Taylor has 6. Janie Wallenstein with a pair. Haiti Pugmire has 1 as well. Pugmire also credited with the block, as well as Ava Ellsworth. Aces, 3 to Ava Ellsworth, 1 to Paige Smith, 1 to Hannah Scott. They have 5 aces in this match, but I would say that the service errors have really been the difference here, as they lost that last set by 2, 26-24 in extras. If they're able to maybe keep a couple more serves inbounds and get a point on one of those, then you know it's a whole different game. So set number 3, back against the wall. Rebels played a lot better in set number 2, but, you know, you're still in the 0-2 predicament. Doesn't necessarily mean the game's over. You know, why not us? Why not come back? Why not have an epic night here in North Summit? But it's going to be a tough task. This is a really good North Summit team. As the first attempt of the game goes into the Rebels huddle. Little in-between set festivities, as it looks like they're trying to serve the ball into a hula hoop. Couple of hula hoops placed around the near side. But for the Rebels, though, they're playing well. You know, we've been critical of the serves, but I can't say that they're playing bad. You know, you got to clean up things here and there. Mistakes happen, but I think they're playing really well, and they're giving North Summit, I mean, 26-24, it's a heck of a set. Unfortunately for the Rebels, they came up on the short side of it, but I mean, still got set number 3 to try to build some momentum and rally. It starts with 1. In the huddle right now, I'm sure the Rebels are talking about, let's get 1. You can't come back and finish it without getting 1. So you got to get 1 here. As you got about 1:40 left in the festivities. We're going to take a quick commercial break as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies, including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team, online at mylocalradio.com as the in-between set festivities end. As they clean up the floor, Rebels one mission win this set as we switch the score dots. They are down 2-0. Braves on top, looking to salt away their 6th win at home. They're still undefeated on their home floor. They've won 13 matches in a row as the Rebels are trying to do something that no team has done in about a month and a half for this Brave squad, and that's beat them. They're going to have to do it the hard way, though. They're going to have to win 3 straight sets as the Braves will serve first. 6 on the floor for the Rebels. Wilson, Taylor, Scott, Wallentine, and Ellsworth. Pugmire coming onto the floor late as Smith will check in once the checks are done. As she does, Pugmire will come off the floor. That's why she came onto the floor late, because she does get replaced. But just for the festivities and for everything else, you have to be out on the floor for the switch to the libero. Sydney Kinnear will get us started. As a 3 across the front, McWhirter, Murdoch. Can't quite see who that last player is. It's actually Stevens, the freshman. Serve received by the Rebels as Wallentine gets the first attack from the left wing. That falls in as Janey gives the Rebels a 1-0 lead here in set number 1. That's Wallentine's 3rd kill of the contest. Taylor will serve, ball over. Received by Stevens, set up on the near side as Taylor with a diving dig kept alive on the Murdoch attack. Braves go right back to Murdoch, this time middle of the floor, received by Smith. Rebels set up their attack. Scott on the left wing. She unloads. That falls in. Looked like Stevens got her arms to that one, so it will not be a kill for Scott, but I don't think it matters much to the Rebels if it's a kill or not. It's a point on the comeback trail. The Rebels will take it as they're up 2-0. Taylor with the serve as a couple of diving efforts are able to push it over, the Braves are. Taylor receives it on the Rebels side. They set up Wallentine, middle of the floor attack. That's blocked right back into her face as Stevens, the freshman, got to that one. As this North Summit team, they're very good now, but they're also in good hands coming up as Stevens is a freshman, Smith as well. Rebels receive the serve. Scott will attack from the left wing. That falls in. Rebels on top 3-1 as Scott now has 9 kills in the contest. Smith back to the line. She'll serve. Wallentine checks out. Pugmire checks in. Smith lets the serve go, and that is going to fall in for an ace as Peterson got her hands to it, but no other Brave could. Smith with her 2nd ace of the contest. 4-1 Rebels here in set number 3. Smith back to the line. Lets it go. Received by Peterson. They set up on the near side. That's tipped high in the air as that's Richens with the kill. 4-2 on the station on main scoreboard. I think she mistimed her jump as she wound up and then tipped it at the end. I think she was making fun of her little double jump like it was a video game. Murdoch the serve. Received by Scott. Rebels go right back to Hannah on the left wing. That's deflected high in the air for Kinnear. They go over to the near side as Wilson reads that well, keeps it alive. Taylor attacks from the 10-foot line. That's too far out of bounds. 4-3 on the station on main scoreboard. That was, back to that last point, that was Richens, who is kind of doing the double jump motion. As Murdoch will serve. Received by Taylor. Rebels set up Ellsworth on the opposite side. She attacks off the hands of Sydney Kinnear. Jaden Kinnear chases it down, plays it back to the middle of the floor for Murdoch, as that's off the hands of Casey Wilson. It's going to fall in for a kill for Murdoch as she was trying to get it across. 4-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. I think that's one the Rebels are going to want back. Murdoch will serve. Received by Scott. Rebels go right back to Hannah. She pushes it down that left sideline. That falls in as Hannah Scott now has double digits in kills. 10 in the contest. Rebels on top, 5-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard with Ellsworth to the line to serve. Lets it go with the right hand. That's going to go out of bounds across that back line. 5-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Sydney Kinnear checks out and the freshman Kate Smith checks back in for the Braves. Jaden Kinnear serve received by Taylor. Rebels go Scott on the left wing as she unloads on that ball off the front line directly to the right, out of bounds. Rebels pick up the point. Scott, kill number 11 in the contest. Scott's to the line to serve. Lets it go as that's deflected high in the air by Peterson in the front row. Richens will attack. That's off the front line of the Rebels, out of bounds directly to their right. 6-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Argyle checks in for Scott. Serve from the Braves. Received by Smith. Rebels set up the attack. Taylor on the left wing. She unloads on that ball. It goes out of bounds as it was deflected over the net. Give Violet Taylor kill number 7 as that gives Rebels point number 7 with Pugmire to serve. The lefty with the serve, dug out there by Jaden Kinnear, set up on a platter for Janie Wallentyne, who powers that one through the front line for her 4th kill of the game. As on the receive, the ball landed right over the top for Wallentyne to perfectly put that one down. 8-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serve received by the Braves. They go Peterson, and she tips it onto the Rebels side. As instead of going to the left wing, she went to the right wing that side. As Peterson picks up the kill. 8-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serve received by Smith. Rebels set up Taylor on the left wing. She attacks. That's a diving effort in the back row by Richens. Kept alive. Peterson will attack from the 10-foot line. That's off of Smith. Kept alive by Ellsworth. As Wilson tries to chase it down, runs out of room. 8-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Peterson will serve again. Serve over, received by Taylor. Rebels set up Wallentyne, middle of the floor. She deflects it. That's punched back over by Wallentyne. Braves will set up. As they go middle of the floor to Murdoch, she tips it. Diving effort by Ellsworth keeps it alive. As the Rebels set up to defend again. That's deflected off the Stevens attack, out of bounds off the front row of the Rebels. Braves take their first lead of the set, 9-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Peterson with the serve. Received by Argyle. Rebels set up. Taylor on the left wing. She attacks. That's down to the hardwood. As we'll check that out on the Stacy's Repair instant replay. Violet Taylor with a hard attack there right in between all 6 defenders for her 9th of the contest. That sends number 9 to the line, Wilson. She serves. Nearly a collision in the back row between a couple of Braves players as Stevens will attack, and she finds the hardwood in the back left corner. 10-9. Braves on top. Another one of those attacks where I think the Braves were just trying to get it over. Fortunately, that finds hardwood for the Braves. Sydney Kinnear to serve. Received by Smith. Rebels set up the attack to Taylor on the opposite side. That is out of bounds across that back line. They're going to call a deflection. As they do call a deflection, as the Rebels will get credit for that point. Taylor, her 10th kill. Ties us at 10 with Taylor to the line to serve. Serve over. Received. Actually, it's going to go down as an ace for Violet Taylor as one Brave got to it. No one else did. Taylor with her first ace of the contest going along with her 10 kills. Taylor serves again, this time dug out in the back row by Stevens. Middle of the floor to Richens. She attacks, finds the hardwood on the right side. Actually make that McWhirter from the middle blocker spot, and we're tied at 11 here in set number 3. as Stevens will serve. Received by Taylor. Rebels set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks with that right hand. Too far out of bounds across that back line. Rebels are asking for a deflection. They're not going to get one. Serve over. Received by Scott. As the Rebels will play it to Ellsworth. She'll bump it over. Diving effort to keep it alive by the Braves. Sets up Wallenstein. That's deflected high in the air. Braves get underneath it. They set up Richens on the left wing side. That's blocked. Kept alive for the moment by the Braves. Played over. Rebels set up the attack as they go to Scott on the left wing. She unloads on the ball. Blocked down to the Rebels side. Rebels keep it alive. Scott runs into Wallenstein as they try to play it. Falls in. 13-11 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels got to communicate there. So we're going to get a timeout called by the Rebels as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Buying or selling real estate can be fun, especially when you have a realtor that's working hard on your behalf. Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty have unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise. The team at Bear Lake Realty will work to get you the best price. Whatever you're looking for, buying or selling, residential, commercial, year-round living, half shares, quarter shares, or income property, hire the best real estate company, Bear Lake Realty. Log on today, bearlakerealty.com.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. It's time for the Gare Bear Fan Cam, brought to you by broker Gary McKee in Bear Lake. Gary McKee at the Bear Lake Realty. Call 435-946-8888 or visit bearlakerealty.com. As we go back to our live cam, Rebels pick up the point on the service error as Smith will serve for the Rebels. Wallenstein out. Pugmire back in. Smith with a jump serve. Dug out by Peterson in the back row. They set up Richens, deflected in the air. Smith keeps it alive. Rebels will bump it over with Scott. Kinnear with the dig as they go opposite side to McWhorter. Deflected, kept alive for the moment as Ellsworth was able to bump it over. Braves set up the attack again. This time Murdoch, she attacks, unloads. That's off of the front line. Paige Smith got her arm to it. Goes out of bounds into the bleachers as a siege right there from the Braves eventually leads to the Braves' point. Murdoch will serve. Received by Taylor. Rebels on the attack to Scott on the left wing. She unloads. That's deflected back on the Rebels side. Smith tried to keep it alive. Goes off of her. Comes to the near side of the floor where the Rebels had vacated for their attack. Will fall in. 15-12 on the station on main scoreboard. Murdoch to serve again. Received by Scott. Rebels set up the attack. Taylor from the 10-foot line. That's deflected. Kept alive as it's played over. Murdoch gets an attempt as Pugmire got her arms to it. It goes into the net. Falls in on the Rebels side. 16-12 on the station on main scoreboard as the Rebels need to mount to come back here. They trail 2-0 as Murdoch will serve. We get an official timeout as Smith ties her shoe. Murdoch, couple of dribbles, spins it in her left hand, lets it go with the right as that goes into the net. 16-13 on the station on main scoreboard. See if that can be the catalyst for a Rebels comeback as Ellsworth will serve. Serve over to Jaden Kinnear. Kept alive as they go to Peterson on the left wing. She attacks off of Smith. That goes off the back wall. 17-13 on the station on main scoreboard as Jaden Kinnear will serve for the Braves. Lets it go. Right-handed serve received by Taylor. Rebels set up Scott on the left wing. She attacks. That's deflected. Blocked down by, I believe, Peterson. Maybe Smith on the Braves side. 18-13 on the station on main scoreboard. Jaden Kinnear will attack. Serve over, received by Taylor. They go to Pugmire, middle of the floor, as she finds the hardwood on that right wing side. Give Haiti her second kill of the contest. 18-14 on the station on main scoreboard with Scott to the line to serve. Ball over, kept alive by the Braves. As they set up Peterson middle of the floor. Her attack goes high into the air. Ellsworth digs it out. Rebels set up Pugmire middle of the floor. She attacks. That finds Jaden Kinnear in the middle of the back row. Richens will attack from the left wing. Tips it. Good read there by Ellsworth to keep it alive as Taylor will push it over. As she set up Peterson for a kill attempt there. Peterson swings at that one and hits it into the net. Rebels catch a break as that was kind of set up on a platter there for Peterson, and Peterson knows it. 18-15 on the station on main scoreboard is Scott. Lets it go. Received by Murdoch in the back row. They set up Richens on the left wing. She tries to tip it as that stays on the Braves side. 18-16 on the station on main scoreboard as Scott will serve again. Scott will attack. Jump serve with the right hand as that touches the tape. Diving effort from Kinnear goes under the net. Hannah Scott with ace number 2. Makes it 18-17 on the station on main scoreboard. Scott will serve again. Jump serve with the right hand. A little more force on this one. Dug out by Murdoch in the back row. Peterson will attack as that goes out of bounds across that back line. They're going to call deflection against the Rebels. Casey Wilson raises her hand and says she tipped it. Fans are going to want to argue, but if Casey's putting her hand up saying that she got it, she probably did deflect it then. Serve over from the Braves, received by Pugmire. Rebels set up. Pugmire, middle of the floor. She tips it to Jaden Kinnear. Braves will set up the attack as it's on the near side for the freshman Stevens. Blocked the first time, not the second time. It falls in for the kill. 20-17 on the station on main scoreboard as the Braves will serve again. Serve received by Smith. As they set up Taylor on the left wing, she attacks. That's down on the hardwood in the back row as she scoots that one by. Richens diving in the back row give Taylor 11 kills here in the contest. 20-18 on the station on main scoreboard. Pugmire will serve. That serve goes into the net, 21-18. When you're on the comeback trail down to your final 5 points, it's tough to have a service error, but it's where the Rebels stand now. Smith in for Pugmire. Stevens will serve. She attacks, received by Taylor. Rebels will set it up. Taylor on the left wing. She approaches. That's deflected. It's kept alive by Smith. Rebels, Wilson will attack. Peterson with the dig in the back left corner. As they go to the near side, they're going to call a lift against the Braves. 21-19 on the station on main scoreboard. As the Rebels looking to mount the comeback, Wilson will serve. This is about where the Rebels came back in set 2. As they were down by 4, were able to push it to extra points. That serve over off the hands of Stevens, off the net, kept alive by the Braves as Murdoch pushes it over. Smith with the receive. Rebels set up Taylor on the left wing. She attacks, finds Stevens on that left wing line. Middle of the floor for Murdoch as she attacks. That's out of bounds across the sideline as the Rebels pick up the point. 21-20 on the station on main scoreboard. Wilson to the line to serve. Serve over off the hands of Stevens, kept alive by the Braves. That's deflected high in the air. It's going to fall in on the Rebels side as the front row got to it. 22-20 on the station on main scoreboard as the Braves will send Sydney Kinnear off the bench to the line to serve. She replaces Kate Smith. Kinnear serve received by Argyle. Rebels set up Ellsworth, middle of the floor, kept alive by Kinnear. As Murdoch stepped in front of a teammate to attack that one. Actually, that's Stevens. Looked like, make that Peterson stepped in front of Stevens to attack that one. As we're going to get a timeout called as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Whether you're recovering from an injury, just had surgery, or you're dealing with a chronic condition, Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. In addition to the top-of-the-line facilities, we are the only physical therapy clinic in Southwest Wyoming with a full-size therapy pool and spa for aquatic-based treatment. Call today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. 23-20, Braves on top here in set number 2, looking to salt away their 14th straight win for the North Summit Braves. Their 6th win at home. Of course, they are still undefeated at home. Sydney Kinnear has the ball in her hand after the whistle blows. Kinnear lets the serve go. Received by Smith. Rebels set up as they go Wallenstein on the left wing side. That's deflected out of bounds as the Rebels pick up the point. Scott's going to check in. I think that was deflected in the front of the net by Murdoch. That ball stayed on the Rebels side but went out of bounds as Taylor will serve. 23-21 Rebels trailing by 2, kept alive by the Braves as Murdoch has to backpedal. Received by Taylor. Rebels set up Scott as she pushes it over. Kinnear there to dig it out for the Braves. They set up Murdoch, middle of the floor, tips it. That's going to fall in as the Braves are now 1 point away from their 14th straight win. Stevens will serve as she attacks. Ball over, received by Smith, is going to go over to the Brave side, kept alive. Smith plays it to the middle. Wilson keeps it alive as Wallenstein bumps it over. Braves have a chance to set up the attack. They do. They go opposite side to McWhirter, kept alive by a couple of Rebels. Middle of the floor for Wallenstein. Her attack off the front line, out of bounds. What a defensive set there for the Rebels to keep the match alive. Give Janie her 5th kill as that was deflected off the front line. Ball goes to Smith as she'll serve as Pugmire in, Wallenstein out. Smith's serve goes off the side of her hand into the net, and that's going to do it for us here at North Summit. Rebels drop this one 3-0. As you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KEDQ.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043. When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved...
Dealing with computer problems can be
fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as it is time for the Independent Software Solutions post-game show as the Braves defeat the Rebels 3-0. Those set scores. It's also time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Those set scores go 25-18, 26-24, 25-22. The Braves take care of the Rebels, and man, it's easy to see why this team's won 14 games in a row. They are a very solid squad, that being the North Summit Braves. Still yet to lose on their home floor. But, man, 14 in a row is impressive no matter who you are. Rebels, unfortunately, unable to get it done today as they drop it in 3 straight sets. As when we come back, you'll have your post-match highlights as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our rich rebels. Woodruff, Utah, a great place to live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com. It's time for your Town of Woodruff post-match highlights on the Independent Software Solutions post-game show. Leading the way for the Rich Rebels in kills, you got 2 players with 11. That's Violet Taylor, Hannah Scott, both with 11 kills each. Janie Wallentyne finishes with 5. Pugmeyer with 2 kills as well. You go along to the blocks. Ava Ellsworth had a block as well as Pugmeyer. Ellsworth leads the way from the service line, 3 aces, as Paige Smith and Hannah Scott both have 2 aces apiece. As the Rebels drop this one 3-0. Once again, very, very good North Summit team. It's a team that's won 14 straight matches as it dates back. I don't know if they've lost in the last month. It's been a month since this North Summit team has lost, and you can see why. They're a very, very good team. Rebels, they played well today, losing those sets 25-18, 26-24, and 25-22. We come back, we'll have your Dr. McKay Frankham, Precision Play of the Game. You're listening to 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankham. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankham, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankham at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ. It's time for your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, and for that, we're going to give it to Hannah Scott, who attacked from the left wing all the way down the top of the tape, lands it on the right wing sideline, and that is your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. As when we come back, we'll have your Crawford Troth Player of the Game, as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Whether you're having a great day or not, food always makes it better. Delicious, fresh-cooked favorites like a juicy cheeseburger, a thick raspberry shake, onion rings, fries, or a River Bridge soda. A grilled chicken wrap always hits the spot. And don't forget twisted ice cream cones. They never disappoint. Add the always friendly and helpful staff at the Crawford Trough, and you've got the perfect recipe for a perfect meal. Something tasty from the Crawford Trough always makes your day better. Stop in today. The Crawford Trough, Randolph.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time for your Crawford Troth Player of the Game. And I think we're going to have to give this one to Hannah Scott. 11 kills, 2 aces. Outdoes Violet Taylor's 11 kills, 1 ace. But you know, when you get attacks like that, this is what makes this Rebels team good. And you got to remember the opponent. Say this attack comes on Saturday against Altamont. The Rebels are going to win that game very, very easily. It's just one of those things that, they could spread the wealth around. This team is going to get deeper and deeper and get better as the season goes along, and they already have. As that is your Crawford Troth player of the game. It's time for your one quick calendar update on the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. And we have tomorrow Rebels football at 7 p.m. as we'll make our way to Lovell. On Saturday, we'll have Rebels volleyball at 4:30 p.m., both on 98.3 KDQ as well as online at mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.